This government's budget includes sweeping job cuts across the public sector. In our schools, the 3% cut proposed means losing hundreds of public school jobs this year alone. These are the people who keep our schools running: educational assistants, support staff, and administrative staff who help students every day. How does the Minister of Education expect schools to support students while the government cuts hundreds of jobs from the education system?
I recognize the Honourable Minister of Education.
Madam Speaker, I think he's confusing this government with the former NDP government that cut education, Madam Speaker. In fact, the budget this year is up $115 million, Madam Speaker. There's more teachers working in the system now than there ever has been, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, we're going to continue to invest historically in the education system because we know our future is brighter when we invest in our children.
I recognize the Honourable Member for Sackville-Cobequid.
Speaker, students, parents, and staff remain deeply concerned about epidemic violence in schools. Last week, a student was attacked with scissors at St. Agnes Junior High. In January, a student was assaulted by masked intruders at Island View High School. And 2 years ago, a vice principal was stabbed at CP Allen High School, and 2 years after a vice principal was stabbed at CP Allen High School, this government now blames him for being stabbed. With fewer staff in schools because of these cuts, how does the minister expect schools to address violence, or will this government continue to blame the staff who remain?
I recognize the Honourable Minister of Education.
Madam Speaker, there is no cuts to our front line in education, Madam Speaker. And if the member actually did a little bit of research, he would know that. Madam Speaker, I have said, if he did his homework, exactly. Madam Speaker, I have said more than one time, one incident of violence is one incident too many. Madam Speaker, that's why we have invested heavily in our safe school programs. Madam Speaker, this wasn't just brought out of thin air. This was in consultation with the NSTU. This was in consultation with students. This was in consultation with families, Madam Speaker, and we will continue to work to make sure there is no violence in our schools.